Automobile 92 Zoo. I'm Tony. Good afternoon to you. And once again, got one of the artists on the bus that will be performing later on. We've got Bahamas with us. Well, actually, Afi Gervanian, but known by his stage name Bahamas, playing the BMI stage about 6:15. Y'all just get in, man?
We just got in. We went for a swim, had some lunch. Nice to be here. It's a beautiful day. Looks like a beautiful spot to play music and hang out.
Heck yeah, it is gorgeous out there. A little warm, but definitely gorgeous.
Yeah.
You made the right decision jumping in the water.
Yeah, we did. First thing we did.
Well, one thing I'm sure that most people wonder, because you're actually out of the Ontario area, right?
Mm-hmm.
But why the moniker? Where does that come from? What's the basis behind it?
I mean, this was over 10 years ago. I started playing before I even had a album or anything. I just had some songs that I had written, and I just kind of have a weird name by North American standards. You know, Afi Gervanian is kind of tough for a lot of people to say.
What is that, Finnish?
Yeah, it's Finnish. Yeah. Okay. So I just sort of had a very short list of a few things that I thought sounded cool for this art project at the time. You know, I just so I was playing a show and I just called it Bahamas, and really it's that simple. I wish I could say I put more thought or effort into it, but I just like the word, and it seems to conjure up nice imagery for people. So it's sort of more or less a positive association before even people seem to hear the music. You know. Right on. Well,
pretty synchronistic for being here. Bahamas in Gulf Coast.
Could have just as easily been called Gulf Shores.
Right on. Well, it's there's something there. Well, you just released your 4th album, is it, to Earth Tones? Yeah. When you go back to the My Name is Afi, I guess you could call that a self-titled album one way or another, but that seemed like sort of a turning point there. Now, you produced that album yourself, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'm sort of involved in the production of all of them, you know, but yeah, I mean, like turning point musically, is that you know, sonically, is that what you mean?
I've seen. I remember seeing something where you just said that kind of was a pivotal thing for me, where you had kind of gotten past the idea of the mechanics of it and just could get more into the art. Yeah,
I think every album is an opportunity to. I mean, hopefully you feel like you're pushing the boundaries. As an artist, hopefully you feel that way yourself every time, you know, even if the audience is just like, oh, great, it's another Bahamas record, which is often what happens, you know. But as an artist, you always try and put yourself into situations with, you know, whether it's with different musicians or different studios or different instruments or just, you know, different influences to try and kind of push yourself outside of your comfort zone a little bit. So I'm always looking to do that. And I guess, more and more all the time with music.
Well, I think people will definitely get that with the new Earth Tones album. I don't think anybody's going to listen to that and say, oh, it's just another... There's some definite changes in there and some cool stuff like Bad Boys Need Love, too.
Yeah.
You're not going to go hip-hop on us, are you?
Well, no, not at all. But, I mean, I do listen to that music. It's sort of like the dominant pop music is basically hip-hop and R&B, and I'm, you know, not immune to it. I mean, I'm sort of... listening to a lot of the same stuff that you know millions of other people agree is kind of like the best music going or something. So I think it's inevitable that kind of creeps in there, you know. But I think it is interesting to me because when I wrote that song and when I sing it, I don't think of it as hip hop, even because there's, you know, I'm singing, there's melody and everything. But that you're right. Like people do something about the cadence or the rhythm of it has a flow, I guess you could say, that sort of is akin to sort of, you know, hip hop and the way, you know, modern rappers are singing, I guess, you know, which now I think it's kind of cool because rappers they're not just limited to rapping anymore. It's like they're singing too, you know, which is great.
For sure. Well, are you going to sing us something today?
Yeah, we'll start a song called Opening Act, and it goes like this. Well, I know it isn't me that the people came to see, but don't feel bad, 'cause we're the opening act, and yes, the place is packed, and so I'm glad. 'Cause it wasn't long ago I wasn't offered a show of any kind, so now I try and say yes, even if it's not the best. For me, that's fine. Why you treating me like a stranger? Why you punishing me with your love? Why you running from me like I was danger? Is my music not good enough?
Shoo-ba-doo-ba,
Well, I can't be afraid of mistakes I've made, or ones I ain't made yet. 'Cause I already know to fail is to grow, and that's the thanks you get. But sometimes I wake up and think I had enough, like I lost a bet. Now that music is free and you can't blame me, blame the internet. Why you treating me like a stranger? How you punishing me with your love? How you running from me like I was danger? Is my music not good enough? There's no company car, there's no class in the bar, there's no end in sight. And I know it ain't wrong if some half-written song keeps me up at night. 'Cause if I open my mouth and nothing comes out, I won't be reduced. 'Cause I always remember to pull out my fender and just let it loose. Why you treating me like a stranger? How you punishing me with your love? How you running from me like I was danger? Is my music not good enough? How you treating me like a stranger? Why you punishing me with your love? How you running from me like I was danger? Is my music not good enough?
Bahamas, this is Hangout Radio powered by 92 Zoo. I'm Tony. We're actually here with Aphie, Bahamas, performing live on the bus. Who do you have with you today?
Felicity Williams singing and Christine Bougie on the electric guitar, always flanking me to the left and to the right. Although today we have a different sort of stage plot just due to your trailer here. But yeah, anyway, they're just nailing it every day as usual.
Well, we definitely appreciate you guys taking the time to come by. Looking forward, and the music I think is perfect for this kind of festival. Everybody likes getting out. It's sort of like, you know, if you did Bonnaroo on the beach, and
yeah,
I think that good kind of positive vibe is something that people really need to get out. And like we said, BMI stage 615. Get out and catch these cats. What's next for you guys?
Well, actually, after tomorrow we go home. We have a month off. We've kind of been out since January, and so you know, we don't want to sort of jeopardize our domestic situations any further than we already have. It's time to get home and be with our loved ones. We got a month off, which is you know, incredible. That's basically our summer, and then you know, there's so many festivals now. In the U.S. and Canada, all over really. So you know, we're fortunate we get to play basically on the weekends, and that's kind of a nice schedule to be on, to just be home throughout the week and then get to play sort of Friday, Saturdays, and yeah, I don't know. I wish it could go on forever, but it's usually, you know, July and August. Sure. Those are the busy times.
Well, make sure and tell your loved ones that we appreciate them letting us borrow you for a little bit. Did you want to play one more song before you rolled out?
Sure, let's do one more. Okay. I got all the time in the world. Don't you want some of that? Yes, I got all the time in the world. Don't you want some of that? were you. Ooh, 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 ooh. When I had all the time in the world, you wanted none of that. When I had all the time in the world, you wanted none of that. You wanted none of that. But I would if I were you. Ooh, 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 ooh. I love it. It's so chill. Put my work in front of my girls. There's something so wrong with that. I put my work in front of my girls. There's something so wrong with that. Something really, really wrong with that. Yes, I know this to be true. Ooh, 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 ooh. That was funny.
All right. Thank you very much. Bahamas live here on the Roaming Zoo Lounge. Hangout Radio is powered by 92 Zoo. 6:15 on the BMI stage. We appreciate you guys taking the time and enjoy your time off.
Yeah,
for
absolutely.
Sure.
This is great. Thank you so much. Nice to be here.
Definitely. We appreciate you guys coming by. Have a great time at the festival, and we will be back here on Hangout Radio, powered by 92 Zoo.